know my poolside playlist?
Oh, because I know that it is summertime. I love summertime.
I am so excited to be here. I have literally been waiting all summer for Summer Palooza, and I can't wait that we get to hang out together.
Oh, yes.
Poolside, beachside, learning all about Nearpod.
Learning all about Nearpod. I have got my summertime cup. I've got my glasses to block all of the shade, okay? Because today it's no shade. It's all Nearpod, and we are absolutely ready to ensure that you get your summer started right. So thank you all for being here. How y'all doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm seeing so many people that are so excited for summertime. We've got someone from Vegas saying hello from sunny Vegas. I hope you've got your sunscreen on and your hats and your sunglasses, because we're going to be soaking up the sun while learning about Nearpod these next couple days. Good morning, everyone. Hello, good afternoon. We are so excited to have you.
Woo!
Hey.
I love it. Summer. Oh, New Hampshire is in the house. All right. Hello from Miami. Hey, woo! Maryland. How you doing, baby, in New Orleans? North Carolina. Fayetteville. Okay, Fayetteville, Georgia. We're right down the street from each other. Okay, hey.
Hello, Kristen from Temecula.
Ooh, I love it. That means that we have done our job here because we're going international. That is what makes my day. Oh gosh, it's going so fast. Chicago,
it is.
Maryland, Trinidad. Woo woo. Somebody said woo woo in the chat. Woo woo. Woo woo in the chat.
Woo woo.
I am so excited. Jamaica, baby.
What? Yes. Get out of here. What time is it over there?
Yeah, what time
I
is
hope
it
it's
in
super
Jamaica?
sunny. I hope you're not getting rainy days.
Yes.
La Cruz. Hot Atlanta. I love that, Anna.
Yes, Atlanta forever. I love Atlanta. I am here. Hey from Oregon. Hey from Houston, Pittsburgh, Southern California, Texas. Oh my goodness.
It just keeps going. I mean, oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. We are so excited to hang out with you guys. Happy summer. I saw some of you guys are doing some summer school, so you're still working away, but hopefully you are able to relax. You guys have had such a long year. We cannot wait to celebrate with you, to recharge with you, get some R&R, and then of course, learn so many amazing tips and tricks when it comes to Nearpod so that you feel prepared, confident, and ready to rumble.
Ready to rumble. Listen, while you all are joining in, I know you already know what the deal is, but listen, just in case you don't, I need you to go ahead. Hit nearpod.com, okay? Drop in that code that you see on your screen, LHM5U. Drop it in and go ahead and join the lesson, because if you are here today, I already know that you know, understand, believe in the magic, and have probably taking a sip of the Nearpod Kool-Aid. So listen, welcome home, family. It's time for us to get our plan on. Make sure you join that lesson. Oh, I see that number moving up. We got 69, 71. Come on, y'all. Come on in. Join the fun. Tucson, Arizona. I love it.
Yeah, I saw some Monterey. I saw some Texas. I love it. New Mexico. Thank you, Lauren.
Puerto Rico. I love it.
Ooh, amazing.
Ooh, Summer says it's hot and windy in Yuma, Arizona.
Oh my gosh, you're so close to me, Summer. I mean,
kind of. It's time to do lunch. The code is LHM5U. Yes. LHM5U.
LHM5U. What?
Summertime. Listen, as teachers, I know that summertime is your time. You have earned, okay, this well-deserved time. But as a teacher at heart, always, I know that at least a week or two, sometimes 3 of my summer, I spent getting ready for next year, because we all know the better you plan, the better it's going to work together. So we are so excited that you thought it not robbery to come here and join us for the summer planning Palooza.
Palooza. Yes, Erica, we know that you need that code one more time, and we have got it on the screen for you. If you go to nearpod.com and enter in the 5-character code LHM5U, you'll be able to join in on all the fun, and we recommend doing that for every single session. So I know many of you guys are Nearpod pros, so you already know the drill, but in case you're new here, welcome. You're going to want to make sure that you join all of our Nearpod sessions and enter in that 5-character code so you get in on all the interaction and the fun.
All of the fun. Hello, Eamon from Egypt. I love it. We've already tapped into 2 of our continents. I probably have missed some because it was just going so fast, but I love it when we can reach 6. When we get 7, I start acting real wild, because one time we had somebody who had visited Antarctica, and I was like, oh yes, ma'am, we are worldwide. Okay.
I love this. Gloria, thanks for being a super fan. We're super fans too.
Okay, we have India, so that's 3 continents. Okay, we have Africa, we have Asia, we've got 4 continents. We've got North America and South America. Okay, we're almost there. We are almost there. I love it.
Quinae excited here. Her social studies, she is like getting at it. She is trying to make the connections right now. Yes. I like it.
I love it.
Oh man. Okay. Well, what do you think, Q? Should we get started? Should we tell them what's coming their way?
Listen, I say it's 12:05. It's time for us to do what? Get this party started. Let's get it started in here. All right, Jenny, let's hit that next slide. Oh, I guess, before we gave them all of that energy, it might have been important for us to say, hey, how you doing? My name is, but we just skipped that step. But let me do it this way, because I want you all to know our friend, our colleague, Merv, he's going to be here for the closing ceremony. And if you've ever attended a Nearpod event, you know how it goes down when it closes out. So we're glad you're here for the beginning, but we want to remind you to stick and stay until the end, because Merv will be there on the mic, ready to drop some bars to cover everything that you will experience in the next 2 days. So be sure to follow him at Jinky Jinx on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever you do it at, okay? Marcella, I'm going to let you go next, and then I'll go last, because I've been doing a lot of talking already.
No, you're perfect. Hello, everyone. My name is Marcella Labrador, and I get to work with these amazing people, Quinae and Merv, every single day to bring you awesome Nearpod content. I am a Nearpod brand ambassador, former educator, forever teacher. I stole that one from Jenny. I really like it, because we love to learn, we love to teach, we love to make sure that you guys feel super duper prepared and confident with any ed tech resource that we can bring to you at Vocabulary Nearpod. And you can follow me for some cool tips and tricks at Learn with Labby for my last name, Labrador, on Instagram and Twitter.
I love it. And hi, everyone. My name is Quinae Jackson. I am a Nearpod brand ambassador. I work with the East Coast mostly, but you know what? Marcella and I, we working with the whole nation, because, it's just what we do. We love it. So from Hawaii to New York, we got you covered, okay? I am a former educator, but always educator, okay? I am a former instructional coach, a professional development specialist. I love all things education, all things instructional technology. Listen, I have recently discovered the amazing world of TikTok and teachers of TikTok. Okay.
It's true. She has.
Yes. And I love it. It gives me everything I need. So listen, if you are one of the teachers of TikTok, be sure to follow me at QJacksonSSRocks on TikTok. You can also find me on Twitter and on Instagram at QJacksonSSRocks. We want you to not only follow us, but follow Nearpod at Nearpod. And throughout this entire summer planning Palooza, be sure that you are using the specialized Nearpod hashtag for summer Planning Palooza. We want you to use it because we want to see everything that you are learning, everything that you're going to grow with. So make sure you're using the Summer Planning Palooza hashtag. Follow Nearpod at Q Jackson SS Rocks. Follow Marcella at Learn with Labby. Follow Merv at Jinky Jinx. All right, y'all. What's up next? Now, we're going to give you an overview of everything that you are going to be experiencing during the next 2 days, okay? We want to give you some important announcements. We want to make sure that you know where to go to get everything that you need. We also want to make sure that you know where you can come if you get lost, because we don't want anyone sitting around lost, okay? We want you to always know where you can come back to. So make sure you come back here, and this is where you'll find all of your important announcements, okay? So let's scroll to the first page of announcements. Be sure that you are joining the Nearpod lessons, okay? All of these sessions are going to be hosted on, of course, Nearpod. So make sure that you are joining those sessions. If ever you're sitting in a session and you get kind of lost, you're like, I don't know how to join a session. You can always look in the upper left-hand corner, and you're going to see that Nearpod code displayed there. So even if you don't see the link, even if you're checking the chat and you're looking for that code and you don't see it, listen, with Nearpod, you don't have to wait, right? You don't have to wait for anybody. Just look in the upper left-hand corner. You'll find that code. You can always go to join.nearpod.com, type in that code, put your name in, and you will be able to join the session. Now, I want to say this because I know most of you who are here, you are Nearpod pros, right? And we appreciate it and we love it. But we know some of you saw this thing and you were like, oh, I want to attend. Is that for me? These sessions are really going to be geared towards building and planning for next year with Nearpod. Now, if you're a newbie, if you're brand new to Nearpod and you're looking for a Nearpod 101 session or something like that, this probably isn't going to be most beneficial for you. But don't worry. Hold on. Stay around for just a minute. Don't leave. Don't leave just yet. Don't leave us. This is what I want you to do. We're going to drop a link in the chat. It is going to take you to our Nearpod resources page. There you will find daily webinars that are hosted that you can attend to get started with Nearpod. You're going to find bite-sized pieces of PD that will walk you through every single step of Nearpod. So if you're brand new to Nearpod, looking for Nearpod 101, be sure that you click on that link for those resources. Now, if you're Nearpod Pro and you're ready to get it started, you stick on around because all of these sessions are going to make your next year rock. All right, let's look at the next one. I know this is important, right? I'm a former teacher, okay? And I'm all...
We need the PD credit.
Listen,
we want it.
Yes, we want it, we need it, and we must have it. I am all about, okay, making sure that I am appropriately compensated for my time, okay? Mm-hmm. So no worries, no fears. You will receive a certificate for your total number of hours. So after this is all over, you will receive a certificate for the total number of hours that you attend during Summer Planning Palooza. And if you get a little busy, if there's a session that you thought you could get to, but you couldn't, scroll to the next slide for me, because guess what? You can access recordings to any session on the agenda. Go to the same place where you chose which classes you were going to go to, and you will find the recordings for those sessions, okay? You can watch those recordings. Yep.
Yes, perfect. I love that because, there's so many I signed up for, Q, that I can't make all of them. Some of them are going on at the same time. So I'm going to watch those recordings for sure.
Yes. And guess what? You do not have to have a saved seat to watch the recordings. Just go on there, click the button, and guess what? You can watch it. All right. Last but not least, I've got to share one more thing with you. And it's all about getting social. Let's get social. Let's get social. Okay. We want you to share what you're learning. You can find reflection prompts on the resources tab of the Palooza website. So we've got some templates that you can use for Twitter, for Facebook, for your Instagram story. No work. You just put in your own personal experience. Be sure to tag at Nearpod and use the hashtag NearpodPalooza. Now, if you're looking for you want to get started, you're not sure what your social looks like. Okay, Marcella and I are gonna give you a good first tweet right here. Okay, Lindsay, let us. Okay, here we go. All right, this is your first tweet. You got your phones. Everybody, get your phones. You got your phones?
Got it.
Okay, Marcella, you get your cup now. Get your cup, Marcella, so they can get a good picture. Okay. All right. Here's your first tweet, y'all. Hashtag Nearpod Palooza. All right. Hopefully you got it. All right, Marcella.
I loved that. That was awesome. Yes, I better be seeing some tags because, you know, it's not every day that I get to drink out of a flamingo. I mean, I've been waiting for this specific event just to do this today in my house. So we are ready to move on forward so that we can kind of dive into what we're really going to get here today in the next 2 days. So again, welcome to Summer Palooza. We are so excited for you to be able to participate in this 2-day PD experience where we're going to be giving you, again, tons of hands-on workshops and info sessions. As Quinae mentioned, if you are brand new to Nearpod, don't you worry. We encourage you to still stay to learn and soak up as much as you possibly can, but always know that it's a Nearpod buffet. So if you need to go back to the beginning of the line or you want an intro session, you're going to use those resources that Quinae mentioned at www.nearpod.com/resources, and it's in the chat for you. All of you who are Nearpod gurus, pros, or just so close, this is going to be for you. We cannot wait. We've got tons of wonderful sessions and workshops that are going to really build up your skill set to be able to have the best interactive and engaging Nearpod lessons, really know the ins and outs of Nearpod, start building content in Nearpod, and preparing for you all to return to the classroom next year. Awesome. Next slide. Thank you so much. And then lastly, what you're going to learn. I've already talked to you about this. We're going to make sure that you know how to use all of our new content building tools, which I know Jenny is about to show you all that we've got going on. We've got best practices for you when it comes to creating as a team. Yes, you can create Nearpods together. We're all about collaboration. And lastly, we want to talk to you about new product features coming your way based off of your guys' wonderful suggestions. And that's it. So I can't wait. And now we've got our awesome Chief Strategy Officer, Jenny, here, and she is going to walk you through all of our wonderful goodness. She is the best, and we can't wait to see you around. We're going to be around the whole entire time.
Hey, everyone. Woohoo! I'm excited to join the Summer Planning Palooza Party. You know, as Marcella said, I am a forever educator. I am the Chief Strategy Officer here at Nearpod, but I started off as a classroom teacher. Middle school mathematics is my jam. So any middle school mathematics teachers out there, welcome, welcome. Former math coordinator. Just really thrilled to be here to kick off a really exciting summer of planning and creating Nearpods as you get ready for the next school year. So what we're going to talk about today is a little reflection. When we look at Nearpod, where have we been? You know, when we look at ourselves in kind of the ed tech space, where we are today, and then actually do a little sneak peek into where we are going. So really excited to be here to talk with you today, and let's continue on. So let's think about solutions like ed tech. You know, the main role that solutions like Nearpod have was really about driving student engagement. And, you know, I think all of us sometimes talk in the kind of pre-COVID space. What happened before the pandemic? And before the pandemic, a solution like Nearpod was about trying to address the engagement crisis. And we know that as students reached 5th to 12th grade, many of them, surveys would say 53% of them, in fact, would report that they're not engaged or actively disengaged. And Nearpod at the time really allowed you to take any slides-based lesson, make it interactive, not just with formative assessment, but with rich media, whether it's what we had, such as VR, FET, or if you wanted to app smash, whether that was bringing in a website or another web-based app tool, we were really supportive. We wanted you to bring that into your solution. Now, as the pandemic came about, what we all knew was pretty much the entire country. And Quinae, you were talking about our global presence here. Feel so honored to have everybody joining us from around the globe. is that we had so many folks, starting to use multiple tools. So what I would love to know is, in solving that engagement crisis and in response to the pandemic, how many different ed tech tools do you use to create and deliver interactive experiences? So giving some time, some folks have already had a chance to reflect a bit in the lesson as we're talking about student engagement, but how many different ed tech tools do you use to create and deliver interactive experiences? The great thing with Nearpod, even though we have over 600 individuals in this Nearpod lesson, I am able to see who has responded, what percentage, so I give that appropriate wait time. I want you to think about, I am going to be sharing in a moment, what is kind of the research about how many are folks using. So I want you to think about for yourself and for others. So I love to see the level of participation happening right now. If you've already responded, let's use those best practices as a teacher. Feel free to go in, share what grade level, what subject area you teach. Feel free to share along. We love to hear from you. We are so glad you are here. As we look and see what folks are using in terms of their ed tech tools. Really, really phenomenal. So what we can see is that folks are really centering around 3 to 5 or 1 to 3. Man, we have some really super high-tech folks out here we see with 5 to 7 or 7+ resources. Super, super phenomenal. So what do we see in the market itself is that we see that, districts, if we ask district folks in terms of surveys, we see that they implement roughly 5 ed tech tools on average. So really interesting to, think about the fact that, yeah, you as an individual, we see folks were centering around the 3 to 5. But that, districts themselves, they're also landing around 5 ed tech tools. So imagine the implementation of all of those tools. A lot of times we're hearing, how can I simplify that into one solution? So that's where Nearpod is really looking to help be a partner, because we put teachers at the center of everything we do in order to consolidate. Because if you look at where we are today, and I think about as more and more resources, and actually the importance of resources and tools like Nearpod come into the classroom, there's somewhat of a fragmented workflow, lesson workflow that's happened in the classroom. So from interactive lessons to interactive videos, to aggregation, formative assessment, simulations, digital content. We like to say at Nearpod, we can eliminate multi-tab teaching. We're able to do that because we can streamline that into one experience. We like to say it's in Nearpod. So we can bring everything that you need. So I'm not having to app smash as frequently, even though we still support and honor that if we haven't yet brought it into the Nearpod platform. But we want you to amp up that engagement, level up instruction with ways that you can hear from every student. You can unlock understanding for every student by really bringing a powerful solution to create, design, deliver lessons. And better yet, we all know with the code we saw before or through a link, that all can be sent through our through an LMS if we want, whether that's Google Classroom or whether that's Canvas. And I don't know if folks have seen, is that I've got a small question mark going because we are going to be bringing a brand new app into the Nearpod platform. So as you think about the market we're in, I want you to start reflecting and thinking about which new app, I'm going to call it an app so that I can eliminate a bit of app smashing. Do you think Nearpod is adding into our solution. So multiple solutions that you can streamline into one experience. So super curious as we look and as we think, I've got to say that this is this question mark, that you are seeing is the #1 requested app within the Nearpod experience. So what do you think? And I call it app. It's not really a company, but a feature. So I'm going to give a little bit more hints here. Things that you can do, because we already bring interactive video features right into Nearpod. So it's actually, when I say app, I say in quotation marks, it's something that you can do. It's a certain type of feature and capability that you can do right within Nearpod. I see that people are saying Flipgrid. You can already integrate Flipgrid right within Nearpod. You can do Edpuzzle-esque features right within Nearpod. It says Kahoot would be nice, our gamified platform. If you think about, our time to climb, I got some questions, whiteboards, student recordings, what Cami can do. All right, well, we're gonna see what is that exciting new thing that we can do, right into the platform. And that is that Nearpod does do multiple platforms in one. Before 2020, we provided interactive slides. So from both Google Slides and PowerPoint, you can add formative assessment, rich multimedia. In 2020, 2021, we actually added interactive videos. So you can actually search from thousands of our own. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. You can upload from YouTube. You can create your own in another video platform, upload it right into Nearpod, and you can add formative assessments, get that dashboard in real time to engage students. Also, beyond our interactive slides and our interactive videos, we have gamified activities. So time to climb, where students have a healthy way to have competition, is available. Matching pairs, which is a fun, tap, a great way for us to match, get instant feedback. Also, our drawouts are available as single activities. But on the slide here, what's so exciting is that by back to school, we will have drag and drop right within Nearpod. Frankly, this is our #1 requested, I call it app, because individuals are going to other solutions in order to bring that into their Nearpod experience. You can do it now. It's in Nearpod for back to school. So when I say now, I really mean as you lean into the back to school season. We are so super excited. So when it comes to Nearpod, we really value, you are here to think about planning and creating for the next school year. We want you to continue to create. That's really important. We honor teachers are, again, at the heart of and center of everything we do. We want to give you formative assessment, rich media, so that you can make the best lesson to reach every student. But we also know sometimes you want to start with something that's pre-existing or get some inspiration. That's why our interactive slide library has over 7,800 pre-made lessons, every grade level, every subject area. We have over 40 publishers that really take advantage of those 20+ formative assessment and rich media. We also have over 5,000 pre-made interactive videos. That's over 70 publishers. They're standards aligned with pre-made questions. As well as something that's newer is that we have gamified activities that are already created. Over 2,000. These cover essential topics and frankly have a great sleek graphic design, especially when you look at that matching pairs content. I often have teachers ask, how do you get them to look so pretty? Well, we have some phenomenal team members here at Nearpod who really take care, not only in standards alignment, but the way our lessons look so that we can really engage kids to the highest of levels. Now, when you're thinking about Nearpod and the content that's available, there's different ways that you can actually have that content work. You can create a full lesson. So that's where where Nearpod really started as slide-based lessons. You can bring multiple pieces of formative assessment, multiple pieces of content. You can start with your Google Slides, your PowerPoints. You can start right within Nearpod, and you can put that into one seamless experience. But something else I want you to think about is you can launch a single video from Nearpod now with our interactive video capability. I could actually do it without questions layered on top, or I can choose to play the video as well as add formative assessment, touch points, real-time dashboard. And what's cool is it's real time when I do live participation as well as self-paced. I can also just do a quick gamified activity. I don't have to do that in the middle of a 30 to 60-minute lesson. So I can think about draw it, matching pairs, time to climb, and for back to school, so leaning into August of 2021, I'm going to be able to do drag and drop. And here's where I'm going to blow your mind. That drag and drop will include kind of the capability of what you know with Draw It, where you can see students working in real time. So what I would love to know is for you to really think about, what are the things that you typically do within Nearpod? When you're creating Nearpods, do you typically do, slides-based lessons that maybe is your core assignment, or you use as homework or in personalized learning centers? Do you, have you shifted and started to use Nearpod for videos and using the interactive video feature, maybe as standalone, or you can mix and match it right into a lesson? Or are you now someone who is really interested in maybe just that quick activity? I saw some individuals mention something like Kahoot, where maybe you just want to do a quick gamification, and you can do that. It's in Nearpod. So what I would love to know from you is, start sharing out. What do you typically do as an educator? Are you, doing slides-based lessons? Are you doing interactive videos? Are you doing a bit of gamification? I'd love to hear from you. You can choose more than one. Feel free to do that. I can already see a high level of participation. So really just curious as to what you're doing within Nearpod. So as we can see kind of the data as it comes in, what is everybody here saying? And feel free, if you don't want to participate necessarily within the activity, if let's say it's not timed perfectly within this session, feel free to start adding into the chat itself. What we really want to do is to start thinking about, as you plan for next year, that you think about Nearpod potentially, beyond just slides-based, that maybe you use it for gamified activities, that you use it for single activities, that you think more holistically about what you're doing in the classroom. You can see from your colleagues that we are starting to see that mix, and we do encourage it. All right, so something that's super, super exciting about today is that you have some exclusive access to our brand new slide editor. Because, hey, it's in Nearpod. We value, if you like to build in Google Slides, keep doing it. If you like to first build in PowerPoint and upload, go ahead. But imagine, if you want to do a quick activity, let's say, or put some instructions alongside, let's say, a time to climb, you can do that better now in Nearpod. So you are getting exclusive access to our new and enhanced slide editor that has increased design and layout functionality. And imagine, as you build right within Nearpod, you're going to get more opportunities to integrate Immersive Reader, because that Immersive Reader is going to read that full slide, not just the activity directions, but everything on that slide. Something else that's important to note, that you can create even faster. All of those activities we talked about, as I build them, we have built-in banks with pre-made content all right there for you to use. So imagine if you were teaching the carbon cycle, if you wanted to add matching pairs, if you wanted to add a draw, if you wanted to add in a time to climb, it's all there and available for you, saving you time. So as you're thinking, as you're planning, as you're creating for this summer, think about how we can make that a bit quicker, and all of it is customizable. So imagine you take that time to climb in and you can change those questions. Something else I'm super excited to talk about is this year for back to school, we are an exclusive Google Classroom extension launch partner. We're one of only a few that had the opportunity to say, hey, and I saw this on the Collaborate board earlier, like what app would you want to bring in? You want to be able to work with Google even better? Well, teachers will be able to, by back to school, assign Nearpod lessons right within Google Classroom. Students can access Nearpod within Google itself, so the students will see that content. And really an exciting way, because it's in Nearpod, it's with Google Classroom, is that teachers can view post-session reports right within Google Classroom. We are launching this in tandem with Google. So we are in some earlier stages of release, but we're excited to do a broader release near that back to school season, most likely August, September timeframe, but super, super excited to talk about that. Now I talked about, where were we? We were, slide space. We were PowerPoint on steroids. We were solving the engagement crisis. We then moved into really bringing, it's in Nearpod, the solutions, the apps you want. We really wanted to bring the best of what you use, simplify that experience so you can increase impact with your students. And as we look moving forward, we keep saying, you know what? Engagement and instruction go hand in hand. Really strong instruction really amps up engagement in the classroom, right? Sometimes I know as a former teacher you hear engagement, well, recess was engaging, right? It's really about that purposeful engagement, because I really want to know what every single student knows. So we've already launched in some of our licenses the ability for live annotation, so I can bring some whiteboarding features. When we look to back to school and our Premium Plus license, we will have the live to self-paced available. So as a former math teacher, when I need students to work at their own pace, they can. Super cool. And we're going to keep adding. It's beyond just that toggle. We're looking at how can you plan intentionally with that as we rolling release new features and updates throughout that whole school year. And also in Premium Plus, as we look at all these three features, we are opening up the ability for student accounts if your district chooses to want to do that. And more importantly, if we're really going to have impact with instruction, we want to model the way we want students to share information with their classmates, and student accounts will open up the ability for students to create their own Nearpods so that they, that kind of presentation that's super passive goes away for students as well, that they can start to create interactive discussions with their classmates so we can really work those 21st century skills of not only creativity, but collaboration as well. So I've mentioned it's in Nearpod. Let's summarize this. Again, you can create full lessons, you can create slide-based lessons, but know that you can create interactive videos. You could even choose just to use a video and launch it from Nearpod, or you can layer on those formative assessments with that really important real-time formative assessment. You've got gamified activities. There's time to climb. I saw love for that. I've seen it in the chat, but also that you have a draw, you have matching pairs, and you're going to have drag and drop by the end of the year. There's pre-made content across all those lesson types, slides, videos, activities. We want to make your life easier if you need the content to get you started as you plan and create for next year. And really, Nearpod, we're really looking at ways to amp up student engagement, but also elevate instruction, all from a single platform. Because as I know you're planning and creating, you want to think about, maybe where do I want to live annotate? Where do I want to make sure I go from live into students working at their own pace? Or where in my lesson plans do I want students showing and demonstrating what they know by using Nearpod as the tech tool of choice? All right, so, as we look at everything that's coming, what I am curious about is what you are most excited to try out as you start planning for that next school year. As we look at 2021, 2022, the things you've heard about today, maybe things you already knew about, maybe something you learned today. As you look at building out your Nearpods, we're really curious to know, what is it that you would like to add into that experience? So would love for you to be able, to share that out, add it into the Collaborate board. Tell us what you think. What are you most excited about? Share in the Collaborate board, share in the chat. I'm seeing interactive videos, live to student pace, gamification, student accounts, doing the virtual visits, excited about drag and drop. I'm hearing a lot of that, all of them. That really warms my heart quite a bit. Student creation. I'm super excited about putting the SAMR, the TIMS into practice, into work, that it's not just about the teacher, it's about the student using technology to really amp up, again, those 21st century skills. Interactive videos. I love seeing that. I love seeing the gamification. Just love to see all of the varied use. We want to be here to help and support you as you plan, as you think about the next year. How do you amp up engagement? How do you increase and elevate instruction by using Nearpod as one of your resources of choice, because it's in Nearpod, and we're just feel really privileged to be a part of your instructional experience, to have impact on students. Alrighty, so what I am going to do is I am now going to turn this over to my colleagues. Thank you for letting me have a little bit of fun.
We loved it, Jenny. Q, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Mic check 1, 2. Oh no. All right, well, hopefully you can hear me. Let me know. But Jenny, this was amazing. Thank you so much. I love your tube. I need that watermelon tube immediately. I don't know how I can go through with PD Palooza without it. But all of the information that you gave us was just so exciting. I was watching the chat blow up, and every single thing that you dropped was like, woohoo! Yes, live to student paced, interactive videos, whiteboard features, student accounts. I mean, gosh, you guys, we have so much to unpack here in the next 2 days at Nearpod PD Palooza, and we cannot wait for you guys to just get even more excited and comfortable with everything that Jenny just kind of told you about, aired out, showcase. Yes, so much is coming here in the future for back to school, and we're going to make sure that you're prepared for it. So hopefully, I'm going to ask Q one more time. Q, can you hear me? Oh, we cannot hear you. Oh, no. Oh, man, technology, I tell you. But we are so excited. The last thing I wanted to show you is just, just let you guys know, is that if you do have any questions, please know that Quinae, Merv, myself, and so many other Nearpod staff members are here to support you with any questions you might have. As you can tell, we've been answering questions in the chat box throughout every single session. There will be moderators ready to answer any and all of your questions. So of course, if you need us, you can find us on Twitter. By all means, we'll answer those questions too, but also know that we will be around all of Nearpod Palooza to make sure that we are supporting you on where to be, where to go. So please do not hesitate to reach out, and we cannot wait for you all to go ahead and enjoy all the